What's going on, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at spiritual and enlightening TikToks that will help raise those vibrations.
You could change your whole life when you learn the power of I am. When you say I am, you're not just talking, you are decreeing your state of being. When God revealed his name to Moses, it was a code, I am that I am. That means whatever you attach to I am becomes your reality. When you say I am broke, you just prayed poverty into existence. When you say I am healed, you have decreed healing in your life. Stop treating I am like a casual word. It's the most powerful decree you carry. And when you learn how to use it consciously, your whole life shifts. The Bible isn't history, it's a map of consciousness.
I am that I am.
A woke, conscious, or spiritual individual, you're gonna get hate from a lot of people. Because when you're truly aware of life, you speak out against all belief systems. You don't claim no belief system at all. Because you understand all belief systems have truth to them, but all belief systems also have lies in them. So you ain't with the Christians, you ain't with the Buddhists, you ain't with the atheists, you ain't with nobody. Because you understand everybody is stagnating their own minds and their own perceptions of life with their belief system. You are a human being with a brain. You have hundreds of billions of neurons designed to change, to grow, to learn. Your brain is based off neuroplasticity. This is how evolution happens. In order to survive on this planet we call Earth, you have to be able to change, learn, grow, evolve. All the species who never tried to change, learn, or grow, guess what? They fucking died out. We as humans are the same. People forget that we're animals. You can call this hair all you want. It's fucking fur. You can call it hair all you want to. We are animals. We have to grow, learn, change, be adaptable, constantly learning new things, or we're gonna fucking die off. We're gonna stagnate. That is life. Spiritual, woke, conscious people, we speak out against all belief systems because all belief systems are not meant to be claimed as a stagnated belief in your mind. It's meant to be a gateway, a doorway to open your mind up to experiencing new things. It's supposed to be a gateway to you learning new things. You ain't supposed to just believe the same thing your whole life.
You know, it makes me think that we're missing philosophers out here, especially in today's time. Like, who are the philosophers?
It's not a place that you go. It's a part of yourself that you're tuning back into. You are heaven, literally. Your spiritual self is heaven. My Father, which art in heaven. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, so that means all you doing is bringing your spiritual truth, your spiritual awareness, your spiritual consciousness down to the earth realm. And then heaven will be here. Because you are heaven. It's not a place you gotta wait to go after you pass away. It's a frequency you connect to within yourself while you even on this human experience. It's a Christ consciousness that you connect to, which will allow you to be experiencing heaven here. The heaven that you are. Right here, nigga, you ain't gotta wait.
If someone you love has passed away and you ever wonder if they visit you from the spirit world, this is how you can tell. Our loved ones are spirit. We are spirit, and the only difference is that we're currently focused in a body right now. Our loved ones have not ceased to exist. They just exist in a different dimension. But that dimension is not separate from our reality. It's part of it. And because of that, it's very easy to tell when our loved ones are near, if you know what to look for. So I'm going to share a few things with you now, but I'm not going to talk about signs. I'm going to talk about a concrete way to tell when your loved one is visiting you from the spirit world. One of the most common ways is when we randomly start to think about them. We're just going about our day and then all of a sudden, boom, we find ourselves thinking about them. Now, yes, when this happens, it can be a random thought about them, but here's how you can tell if they're truly visiting you. You're just going to bring an awareness to your immediate environment and try and sense their presence. And it's not some kind of like woo-woo thing that you're going to be trying to do. All you want to do is feel for their personality. Like that feeling you get when somebody's in the room next to you. You know they're there, but you can't see or hear them. Another way is when you hear a song that may be their favorite song or that reminds you of them. Now, this is not them actually playing the song for you. There's something else going on. Because spirits are pure energy, they're able to sense other energies like radio frequencies and radio signals. So they're able to notice when a song that's meaningful is playing and they nudge you energetically to turn on the radio. Now, it's such a subtle nudge, you may think, oh my God, they're playing the song for for me. They actually just communicated with you and you picked up on it. Now, I am a practical person and I'm aware that we could just be randomly turning on the radio at the perfect time. And yeah, that's a possibility. So you're going to rule out that random possibility the same way that I just showed you. When the song comes on, bring an awareness to your immediate environment and notice what you feel. You should sense something. Pro spirit communication tip: whenever you sense their presence, you can start talking to it. They will hear every single word, and if you keep talking, you will experience something that's undeniable.
You know what? We should try to give that a try.
So I was trained by a psychic medium, and I'm going to tell you what she told me. It took 6 weeks for me to understand that we all have psychic powers, the same way we all have driving abilities, cooking abilities. It depends on how far you want to take this. But basically what she taught me was how to listen to my body and to the external world for signals from spirit. And you can test this for yourself. The more you test it, the more you'll see synchronicities, manifestations, the world, the external world talking back to you. And psychic mediums, what they're doing is they're making sure that the signals that they're receiving, their physical signals and the signals that they're experiencing on the external world, meaning their body and the world around them, they're making sure that they're clear what each of those signals means. So over time, throughout this practice, you develop what's called a map, a legend. You develop a series of meanings behind each of the signals that you receive. So if I'm in meditation and I'm asking for an answer to a specific question, what I feel and where afterwards, if I'm clear enough, I can trust is spirit moving through me. The practice here becomes getting clear enough to start differentiating between what is your human animal self-thinking thoughts and what is your spirit self channeling information through you. This is different for everyone, and that's why it's something that I can't just impart to you via this TikTok video. The legend and the series of steps that are unique to you and they're unique to every single individual. But there are certain things that we can tap into that are universal, meaning what chakra, what type of feeling that you're getting, whether it's based in safety or based in expression or based in vocality or based in higher knowledge, and then what side of the body it's coming from, left or right, masculine or feminine. These are parts of the signals that create what you can hear and feel from the other side. So these psychic mediums, what they're doing is that they're clearing their channels and they're clearing all the variables in their life enough so that they can know what they're actually receiving from the other side. That's why it's a whole skill set, it's a whole practice, it's a whole lifestyle, because anything that distracts you from source is technically muddying the waters of the interpretation you're giving of spirit to another person. So their entire life is dedicated to clearing and staying clear enough to give good feedback to other people. And I believe that if more people were taught this, we would be less bamboozled, less brainwashed, and happier people overall.
Yo, you got to have a clear mind, body, and soul. If you really want to tap into the spiritual realm, if you want to tap into those psychic abilities, if you want to be able to receive those downloads, you got to be clear. You can't be taking in the poison. You can't be taking in the alcohol, the drugs, things like that. You kind of got to cleanse your whole everything.
People that are gifted can't walk and live a normal life like the rest of the majority can. People that are gifted, it's like you always have to be conscious of everything. And people who don't necessarily see that gift in yours, they're not going to understand your troubles. Your troubles are different. They're laid out differently for you to only understand. And the only way someone else can understand what you're going through if you are around someone else who is gifted too. And when I say gifted, I mean people that have gifts, people that are psychic, people who are empath, people who are connected to nature, people who are herbalists, people who are gifted in the spiritual realm, I should say. The things that you go through on a daily, it's totally different. You cannot work your problems out like the way they can, because what's in store for you, it's totally different for you to see. And sometimes people like us fall into a deep depression, anxiety, or feel like no one can understand us because there only are a selective few of people that can. And the solutions out there for the regular normal person, it's not going to be a solution for you. It isn't. And you can either take their advice and and continue to step further away from what you are tended to do in this realm, in this world, or you can stand on business and do things out the norm and not care what people are going to say or how they're going to judge you. It is what it is. And it takes you to realize who you are and what type of gifts you have for you to really live in your purpose and understand that you are not meant for everyone. You are not everyone's cup of tea. That's it.
Some of y'all may wonder why I go so hard on mental health and why I chose that as my niche or my profession, so to speak. I'm gonna give you a little backstory on me. I don't come from shit. You know, I grew up in the projects in Indiana. And for those of y'all who don't think there's projects in Indiana, yes, there is. My mother was and still is a full-blown alcoholic. My dad was an absent drug addict and alcoholic. May still be. I don't know. He don't talk to me no more. But I chose mental health for people like me because I never had any role models in my life. Literally, both sides of my family were addicts and just helpless cycles. And I'm not blaming anything on them because they can't help it. If you don't know better, you don't know better. You know, but I chose mental health because I seen myself going down this road that I didn't like. And I chose to do something about it. That's why I'm so pressed to help y'all. Those who may feel like they don't have anybody in their corner. I'm in your corner. I don't come from nothing but a cycle of dysfunction, toxic, alcoholic drug abuse. You know what I mean? That's why I don't judge anybody, because you never know what somebody's going through. I tried religion and the whole give it to God thing, but it wasn't until I learned that there is no external force more powerful than me or the power of my mind. Me knowing that each step I take creates my reality and creates my future. I learned how to break the cycles that I was shown to repeat. And once I did that, my life got so much easier. I became so much happier. I became the man that I am today. And I often think to myself, if I would have stayed in that, who would I be today? But that doesn't even matter because I'm me right now. I put a smile on a lot to hide the fact that I'm hurting, you know? But I healed from my hurt. I learned my lessons. And I learned how to turn my pain into passion. So if you're scrolling on this app and you feel like you don't have anybody to relate to or nobody can relate to your story, go ahead and give me a follow. Let's change that pattern. I go by Coach Zoe. I'm a mental health advocate and a progressive lifestyle mentor. And I just want you to know that somebody cares for you. I love you. Till next time, Ashe.
If I change my frequency, I change my life. If I protect my energy, I protect my peace. We have to be extremely mindful of our auric field, of the frequencies that we let around us, of the energies that we let around us. I am at the point where it is a bit of energetic cutthroat with me. And what I mean by that is I am vibrating at such a high frequency right now. I'm truly vibrating at the frequency of the sun. Okay? That's 999 hertz. Okay? That is a frequency of love, peace, abundance, prosperity, compassion, empathy. So if you are not on that same wavelength, if you're not on that same frequency, I cannot engage with you to a certain level. We can only interact on a surface level if we're not on that same frequency. Another thing, I'm at the point where I really have to be mindful of who I engage with and the frequencies I let around me. If I tell somebody that I'm locked in, if I'm focused on pursuing my purpose, and then you call my line talking about some random blah blah pop culture bullshit, I'm gonna be offended because I told you I'm vibrating how I told you. You see where I'm at. So I don't want any low vibrational frequencies around me. I don't want any gossip, any jealousy, any greed, any hatred. I need that away. I need love. I want to be around love, prosperity, other people who are on that frequency, okay? It's energetic, cutthroat. Protect your frequency, protect your peace, and change your frequency, change your life, because the universe responds to vibration. It responds to not what you think you want. It responds to the vibration that you're on, okay? So if you're on the frequency of love, abundance, of forgiveness, of whatever it is, that's how you manifest. That's how the universe amplifies and magnifies and responds and gives you back what you put into it. It's Neek Netaru, then Light and Black Buddha, Christ Incarnate, Ashe, Love and Light.
Yo, what you do frequently determines your frequency. If you don't want to get blindsided, right? What you got to do? Protect yourself at all times.
Quick thought. 6 years ago, I went 5 days without eating no food. Since that last day, that 5th day of eating nothing and putting nothing in my body, my head cleared up. I no longer crave sugar, no longer wanted to watch TV, no longer wanted to go out to restaurants and be out and about. I remembered everything from every life I lived. It's things that I know that I don't even know how I know it. I see things now. I see energies, I see shadows and stuff all around me. My ring in the ears is loud. I hear it and I know it's downloads. I like being still. I like sitting in isolation. I like being in quiet, dim places now. And I love being out in nature in the sun. I know I'm not alone.
Gold holds power, silver reflects, copper conducts. Your jewelry isn't just aesthetic, it's energetic. The metals you wear are constantly speaking to your energy field, even when you're not aware of it. Gold isn't just a luxury flex, it's a frequency. It carries charge, it holds heat, it stores power. That's why queens, gods, and rulers have worn it for thousands of years. Not just for status, for energy. Gold aligns with solar frequency. It amplifies your field. It magnetizes what you're calling in. Silver, though, silver works a little differently. Silver cools, it reflects, it protects. But protection can come at a cost. It also deflects. So if you're already sensitive or easily overwhelmed, silver might ground you, but if you're in a season of attracting, you may feel like things keep bouncing off instead of landing. And then there's copper. Copper is flow, it's movement, it's circulation. It conducts energy, and when you wear it with intention, you become a literal conduit for what you desire. Not every metal belongs on your body. Wearing mixed metals without knowing their charge is like trying to tune a guitar with broken strings. It creates noise, not resonance. So before you throw on gold hoops or slip on a silver ring today, ask yourself, are you wearing beauty or are you wearing alignment?
That's a good question when you think about it like that.
You want to know something that they don't want you to know? Intermittent hypoxia releases growth hormones, stem cells, EPO, VEGF, and can increase your heart health, your brain health, and your gut health in that order. Why don't they want you to know this? Because stem cells are $25,000 if you want to get them from the doc. That's why they don't want you to know what I'm about to tell you. You're probably wondering what intermittent hypoxia is and how you can do it yourself. Breath holds. You want to heal from an injury right now? You want to heal from a disease? I'm going to show you how in 90 seconds a day. You're going to exhale and hold your breath for 60 to 90 seconds. You can do whatever breath work you want to do prior. I recommend doing some activation style breath work beforehand. And during this, you're going to just chill. You're going to go into your parasympathetic nervous system and you're going to let those growth hormones release and those stem cells release. And you're going to allow your body to feel safe enough to heal so that you don't have to go out of pocket. Look it up if you don't believe me. Go on chat, check out all the studies showing intermittent hypoxia and the effects it has on the body. The myelin sheath, the EPO, the red blood cell count, the resting heart rate dropping like a stone. You want to live longer? That's how you do it. You want health? You want cardio without doing cardio? That's how you do it. Thank me later. Love you guys. Peace.
Yo, he ain't lying. I read an article a while back about a group of people in a certain country who were able to be underwater for, mistake me if I'm wrong, about 10 minutes. 10 minutes underwater, and they were able to come up. And they were like, how? You know? And I was also like, how?
I seen in 2019 and 2020 that humans really do like to be controlled. They don't like free will. You got told, stand 6 feet away from somebody, and guess what you did? You stood 6 feet. They told you put on a mask, you put on a mask. They told you to look at somebody and be judgmental if they cough, if they sneeze, and guess what you did? You were judging these people. You didn't realize that you were losing control when they told you to stay in the house and they gave you a curfew. You didn't realize you were losing control when they were putting fear in your heart and fear in your mind. This is why I say, you got to know what you are coming to earth for. When you come back to earth, because you are visiting earth, you are not from here, you are from somewhere else. When you astral project, when you go out, when you go figure out the information, when you go raise your vibrations, when you go get some newfound information and energy, you are supposed to return and walk in your purpose. You are supposed to return to this uniform, this skin right here. This is your uniform. But instead, you can't even tap into this because you think you are one with the physical. You are not. This is why you say, my head, my hands, my arm, my back, my eyes, my nose, because you are separate from it. You are a spirit living inside of a physical. You are operating inside of a physical body, right? But if you are doing that and you notice that this is your uniform, you'll start to pay attention that you haven't even been having a great human experience, because every time that you rise up, you got to think about the bills that you got to pay. So you already get up not being grateful to be in this uniform because you got to go to the closet and put on your other uniform of this worldly space that you live in. And now you got to operate from those frequencies. You got to make sure that you moving around to pay rent, paying your car note, paying for gas, paying for lights, electricity, paying for water, paying for fruits, vegetables, paying for chicken, paying for the fast food or the whole foods that you get, paying for clothes and shoes, paying for everything around you. And by the time you look up and think you finna put time into yourself, your 24 hours is gone. So how many people do you think are really having control of their time, really having control of their life? They don't. They are paying a fee to become free. Let me say it again. You are paying a fee to become free.
Yo, he's not lying.
Stop making it your business about how people feel about you or what it is that they doing. That's on them. You are set apart. God called you for a reason. You know how God sees you. So why are you making it your business about how people feel about you? That ain't got nothing to do with you. Long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, long as you're being obedient, and if they want to feel some type of way, they want to feel uncomfortable, they want to go about it however demonic way that they see fit, that's on them. You don't make it your business. Because truth be told, it's a them problem. It's an insecurity problem. Because if you removed yourself out of the situation, you brought somebody else who was a follower of Christ, they're going to persecute them too. So that's them. You don't get caught in that. You pray for them type of people and you stay focused on Christ. You make sure your heart not being hardened towards those people. Keep your heart and keep your eyes on Christ. Because all they going to do is just distract you. All they going to do is bring heaviness. All they going to do is bring forth doubt. All they going to do is bring forth witchcraft and manipulation. I don't got time for that. How y'all feel about me ain't got nothing to do with me. Because truth be told, it's not even me, it's you. You don't like yourself. So if I make you feel some type of way, or if I shine some kind of light, let me not say I do, but if God shines some kind of light through me that highlights what it is that you ain't doing, or what you ain't, whatever the case may be, that ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. That ain't my problem, and I ain't finna make it my business. But a lot of times we make things our business and we be too emotionally invested in other people's endeavors. They did this to me. They said this about me. They did this. They did this. So what? And you are going to be persecuted in Christ. We already know that. We already understand that. Christ himself, God himself in the flesh, perfect, without sin, without flaw, was persecuted. And we're no greater than him. Come on now. I know people got stuff to say about me. I got a pass. You know what I'm saying? A flawed pass. Jesus is perfect. They found stuff, they trying to find stuff wrong with him. Oh, they dang sure gonna find stuff wrong with me. Especially if you're talking about the past and even in the now. Because I'm not without sin. So if I know this is how the story goes, and this is confirmation that I'm on the right path with Christ, I'm going to be grateful for that. Oh man, ain't it a blessing? Ain't it a blessing? Ain't it a blessing to be persecuted for Christ's sake? So don't turn around and be focused on it, meditating on it too much. All that heaviness coming towards you. Now you got all this bitterness in your heart. It's harder for you to pray for them. It's harder for you to read your Bible because you're just so spiritually tired and drained from all these people and their opinions that ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing. It ain't my business. I'm not responsible for your feelings. I am responsible for obeying God. And however you feel, that's just what it's going to be. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to show you grace. I'm going to love you. But I'm not going to allow you to distract me from my calling with God. I'm over here pouring into this emotionally. Y'all pulling for me. And I'm giving God halfway prayers. I'm too tired to pray. I'm too tired to read. Or I'm going to God with bitterness. And now I'm trying to hold on to bitterness because y'all, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I can't rest in my peace that way. I can't rest in no joy that way. I can't rest in the presence of God if I'm constantly going back and forth with people who already got their mindset on not liking me or feeling some type of way about me. So I say all this to say, stop making it your business about how people feel about you. God bless you.
Stop making it your business, for real, man. Like, what they do is what they do. And that's all I need to say, because he pretty much laid it all out there for you guys.
You know, coming up as youngins, my grandparents would always tell us when it was raining outside to sit down. God is working. Every time it would rain, they'll say, sit down, God working. So now at my big age of 36, I'm learning when the storms rage in my life to sit down, son. God is working. Stop worrying. God is working. When he say peace, be still, God is working. So I don't know if it's just for me. It might be for you, but when the storms start raging in your life, just be still. God working. Just hold on to faith and don't give in and don't give up just yet. Let him work, all right? I love you. Have a good one.
He's always working.
The first key to manifesting anything you want is to get lean, okay? Because there's some timelines of yourself that you can't physically reach until you reach a certain level of mental ascension, until you reach a level of emotional depth, until you reach a level of physical progression, okay? Your highest self looks a certain way. Yeah, your highest self thinks a certain way. Your highest self lives at a certain frequency. And when you're lean, when you are perfectly lean, you are vibrating in alignment with your highest self, because that's how nature intends us to be. If you see other animals that live naturally, they're perfectly lean. You look at horse, you look at tiger, you look at lion, you look at some of these most majestic beings. So get back to your most divine lean self. And what that's going to do is going to help you vibrate faster. It's going to help you raise your frequency. Because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. You have more momentum. You have more motion. Okay? So when you are shredded and you're looking your best, then you can manifest your highest thoughts, okay? Because you tapped into your supernatural abilities, okay? It's Neat Netaru. I say love and light.
Yo, dropping those gems right there. You know, they used to say this even in the sports world, right? Shout out to Primetime. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good, right? You look good, you're going to manifest it, right? But yeah, it just comes down to manifesting who you really are and remembering that you do have a higher self, right? And you want to hold yourself accountable to your higher self. But yeah, these are some of the most spiritual and enlightening TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on. And until next time, YouTube, peace.